we are now finally at the end of Fastlane to WrestleMania, and now we can finally move on, and it's the final pay-per-view of SmackDown Live and the Raw brand split pay-per-views, as after WrestleMania, they will merge into one. And also subsequently destroy a bunch of opportunities for the overlooked talent, like SmackDown and Raw were having. So yeah, there's that. I was walking in fearing this show was going to suck, because SmackDown's been doing bad, and after the colossal disappointment that was Elimination Chamber, yeah, I had every reason to believe this show would suck. Just because I believe the show would suck doesn't mean I want it to suck. So, yeah. Anyways, we got a throw-in match with Mojo Rawley, Chad Gable, and Shelton Benjamin versus Tyler Breeze and Breezango and Ty Dillinger, who's making his first appearance in a while because WWE wants to kill off his 10 chance because, I don't know, they get over and therefore it's a sinful act in wrestling in Vince's world. Really, there's nothing to care about this match. There is no incentive to care for this match. You have no motives, you have no stakes. It's just there. And to be honest, I look at these and say, oh, it's the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal cannon fodder. Like, they're really going to win. Like, I'm still surprised Mojo Rawley won, but still. So, yeah, that match was ultimately thrown in at the last minute. Now let's get you a match that actually, surprisingly, was much better than I had thought. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev Day. For you see, Aiden English once again continues to show why he is an awesome singer. Now we just need Rusev Day versus Walk with Elias, and I will say then Rusev can call it a career in WWE. That would still be freaking awesome. I want to see Rusev Day versus Walk with Elias. If I'm not going to get Rock Concert versus Walk with Elias, I can at least get this, okay? I want to see the audience be really split down the middle. That's the dream that Vince always had. Get a match that has a split audience, not one-sided like The Rock and Hogan or Roman and Lesnar or Cena and Rock twice. Like, imagine it, fans screaming out, Rusev Day! Walk with Elias! Rusev Day! Because that would be freaking awesome. But once again, this match was a lot better than I was expecting. They really have good chemistry. I would love to see them feud after WrestleMania. But once again, I'm wondering, why is he not a face? Everything about Rusev says he should be a face. He has a personality that everyone likes. Rusev Day is seriously popular. Yet Vince and creative are really against the idea because he's foreign, I'm betting. Like, someone, Delixman, I believe, said that this is reminding him of when Seth Rollins came back from his injury, was seriously over with the fans, and then proceeded to tear to shreds to them. Only that pissed everybody off because everyone was wondering, why is Vince so stubborn? Why can't he just do the double turn? Because Vince doesn't want that. He wants his way. He doesn't want what the fans want. He doesn't care. Like, I'm not, like, okay, I get that there are fans that go ahead and want this, but when they get it, they really hate it for some reason. But, yeah, I get that. But everyone, I can't think of one person, even the most die-hard Roman Reigns fan like me, and some of the others were saying, do it! Just do the double turn. You have the cards, you can do it. But no, you look at the cards, you see this winning thing that could give you millions of dollars, and you just throw them in exchange for crappy cards in your poker game. So, yeah, I get the feeling this is going to happen with Rusev. They're going to turn him face when the Rusev Day stuff dies down. Because, yeah. And I believe I said this in my build-up video. Rusev has a point on the whole Nakamura can't declare it his own holiday. Because Rusev didn't declare it his own holiday the the person in storyline context, the guy who awarded him the key to the city of his hometown, who's the mayor, I believe. I could be wrong on that phrasing, since every culture has a different system and name, I believe. He declared it be Rusev Day. So, yeah, Rusev isn't really wrong on that. Nakamura's actually in the wrong. And once again, Rusev is saying that he's going not to defend Rusev Day, but because he wants to defend the honor of his, quote, Aiden. Which begs the question, why is he not turning face? Seriously, why? But moving on, the match was freaking awesome. Like, I was really invested. I actually thought Rusev was gonna win. Like, I knew that Nakamura was gonna win, but part of me wanted Rusev to win. Because Rusev needed something to go with. Like, yeah, this was just a big warm-up for Nakamura, but yeah, the highlight has to be when Rusev delivered his kick to Nakamura and he just spun around and then just collapsed. But once again, I wanted Rusev to do something to turn face. But we still don't have that. Yeah. And now let's get to the match that I knew was not going to work. Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton. This is... okay. Orton, Bobby Roode. Very talented performers. But Orton and Roode operate practically the same style. And the only way it could work is if, one, they're allowed to go as long as possible, which they did, but they needed a different style to compete with, to make it compatible. If you put the same things together, it's not going to work. That was clearly shown. They went at this for nearly 20 minutes, and not once was I even getting a hype out of it. Like, Bobby Roode, look at his match with Drew McIntyre in NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. That match was an awesome classic. Because Drew McIntyre operates a different style compared to Orton. If they had did Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Roode again on Fastlane, and it was for the U.S. title, and they were given the same amount of time, we would have had a different reaction. Fans were chanting for Byron Saxton. That's how bad the match was, apparently, to people. And then it gets even worse when you see Jinder Mahal attack Bobby Roode and Orton after Orton surprisingly wins the match and wins the U.S. title. I was honestly expecting him to screw both of them to set up a triple threat match. But no, we're still getting that triple threat match. It's just Orton's champion this time. Yeah. So, yeah, once again, we're getting more multi-man matches because they want to fill up the card as inhumanly possible. Except that's not a good idea. So, instead of calling it WrestleMania, because, wrestle is a bad word in Vince's world, he should call it Triple Threat Mania. Oh, wait, that says threat. That could be dangerous for kids. So, yeah, Orton is now a Grand Slam champion. Yeah, surprisingly, he wins the Grand Slam title before Cena, and he still has not gone after the Intercontinental Championship. That's amazing. So, yeah. Now we get to the match that should have been on the kickoff. Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella. This was filler. It was alright, but it was ultimately filler. Now, surprisingly, Carmella and Natalya got the win. And honestly, I was expecting Lynch to attack Naomi to start a heel turn because, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah. Why not cut this match off, put it on the kickoff, and let any other match get more attention that has the potential to be great and not have an actual story. Hell, I would have loved if Rusev and Nakamura was given more story, more time in the ring. Hell, they had a bigger story than this thrown together tag team match, because at least Rusev established his motive. He's fighting to defend his Aiden. Yeah. So, yeah, that's at least the motive. Also, Warren and Bobby Roode, I forgot to mention, they keep trying to forget the top 10 list. Yeah, way to continue thinking we're that massively dumb. Great continuity, Vince! Also, Carmella... Yeah, I had forgotten the whole Miss Money in the Bank winner. She was the contract holder. What if I told you that they have a plan for her to cash in at WrestleMania and lose? Yeah, she's going to lose to the Royal Rumble winner. Oh, by the way, Asuka was at the show. I'll get to that in a moment. So, yeah. Carmella's going to lose the title. Going to lose the contract and the match after she tries to sign in on it to Asuka, because... And Carmella was reportedly alright with it and saying, hey, if I'm going to lose, at least let's do it at WrestleMania. I think that's the idea. And I could play I'm going to be offended for her being offended, but I'm not. If she's alright with it, that's fine. I just hope they give her something to do afterwards. That's all I'm asking for. So really, if Carmella is really okay with this, fine. At least it's better than the excuse they made for Baron Corbin losing the contract. He was speaking out against our medical practitioners and asking questions. And John Cena said Corbin isn't ready, so we have to kiss his ass. Oh. So now we get to the match that should have stolen the show, but sadly ended abruptly. The New Day versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. This match was so close to create another classic, especially when they added another element. They were stealing each other's finishers. That would have been awesome. But no, we have to get the Bludgeon Brothers to come out and basically try and ransack everything. Boo! Boo! That means more triple threat tag team matches. So let's see. We got Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and The Miz for the IC title. We got the US title in a triple threat match. We got the tag team titles in a triple threat match. And there's word going around that Strowman might get added to the Universal title match in order to make it a triple threat match to ease the tension of the fan base. So, yeah, the idea of Cena trying to get power more in the WWE to make a triple threat match happen, yeah, that stands to reason it could have happened. So, yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers came in and wrecked a match. Congrats! That's immense heat. So, yeah. And the Bludgeon Brothers, okay, they're trying their damnedest to make it look like Harper and Rowan. Oh wait, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan were never in the Wyatt family. Yeah, notice when Corey Grace and the commentators are talking, they go ahead and say that these Bludgeon Brothers, like, you do realize they've been here for several years now on the main roster, right? Longer if you count the NXT run they had. Why didn't you just bring up that they learned from Bray Wyatt about brutality and cruelty like this? That would have made Wyatt more powerful, but no, it's Wyatt. He's a piece of shit to Vince, so we can't afford that. They're treating the Bludgeon Brothers like this was a complete reboot, like the Wyatt stuff never happened. And that really aggravates me. The fact that they can go out and say, oh, the Wyatt stuff, yeah, that never happened. Except it did happen because you acknowledged it several weeks ago, and then you stopped. At least the beatdown was awesome. Though Though here's the thing, either Xavier Woods sold it like a man and was awesome about it, or he's actually hurt. I'm hoping for the former, that he sold it pretty damn well. So, yeah, that was... It could have been great. It could have been awesome. A legendary matchup and could have stole the show, but they had to go ahead and insert more triple threat matches. So now we get to a match that really could have stole the show if it wasn't for the main event. Charlotte Flair versus Ruby Riott. Yeah, this match was something. Really something. Like, I was... Man. Yeah, this was a freaking awesome match. I wasn't expecting they would give this amount of time for Ruby Riott to showcase her abilities. Like, at promo best, but I was surprised they allowed her to showcase her abilities. And, yeah, it was almost 14 minutes. That's long. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they gave this match enough time to deliver a classic. Something I might rewatch again in the future. If Ruby Riott actually won, that would have been pretty awesome. It would have been shocking, but yeah, that was freaking awesome. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Charlotte and Ruby Riott, I want to see them fight again. I really want to see them fight again, but ultimately, Charlotte would retain her title, and then Asuka would emerge from the darkness and point at the WrestleMania sign to seemingly indicate her challenge to Flair. Because, yeah, that's been hollowed out after 2 months, because how many people have been pointing the sign, and some of them have done it repeatedly? Yeah, we had Nakamura, Asuka, Ronda Rousey 5 times, I bet. And how many times did John Cena do it? Like 3 times? So, yeah, they really ran it dry in such short time. So, yeah, we're going to hopefully get an awesome match, but considering this is Road Dogg's show and Vince McMahon's control show with a puppet, yeah. But Riott was pretty awesome. I hope she has a chance to get the run. So, that's going to be something. Now we get to the 6-pack challenge. Everyone wanted Styles to win. No one wanted to see Cena get his ego get the better of him again. And of course, Cena beat up everybody except for Styles. And then we got the sequel we've been waiting for. We got the sequel to the Royal Rumble 2018 attack on Cena. And it was hashtag beat up John Cena. And I listed, like, I just love that they were acting like the Nexus for a moment. And it was just hilarious seeing all that. It's like, yeah, the Nexus would be proud, especially more so after everything they've had to go through now. So, yeah. And here's the thing. I was talking to somebody on Twitter during the show, and I listed a whole bunch of the reasons why they would probably hate Cena in terms of storytelling and probably real life. Dolph, Cena took the credit for me toppling the Authority, only to screw it over and make it completely pointless. Baron Corbin, Cena cost me the chance to rid Jinder Mahal's title reign earlier than it should have went. Kevin Owens, Cena screwed me over with merchandise excuses after I beat him in my main roster debut. Match. AJ Styles, Cena used his excuses of creative control to take my title at the Royal Rumble, only to drop it 2 weeks later, thus rendering everything superfluous. And Sami Zayn, he's got nothing. Yeah, Sami Zayn really doesn't have a reason to really hate Cena in terms of storytelling, because really, Sami and Cena only fought once. Yeah, that's honestly surprising. Yeah, you would think in the show, in the company that has repeatedly shown Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn fight on free television, they would have done Cena versus Sami Zayn 3 times at least a year. but they never did. That first encounter was their only singles encounter. Yeah, that's honestly surprising. Sami Zayn was awesome. Kevin Owens was awesome. Corbin went on a tear with the Steel Steps, which have won the title of MVP of the match. So, yeah. And Ziggler's there. And, yeah, Shane McMahon, I'm calling for his resignation now. He just buried himself now because he screwed Owens and Sami Zayn from winning. Yeah, there was a report that came out that they might not do anything. It might just be reduced to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and building this whole several months of storytelling for nothing. At least Orton and White built us some match. It sucked and the wrong person won, but at least it built to the match. I can't believe I had to say that. It's really sad. Yeah, so it looks like Shane McMahon's vendetta is now showing to be more personal, and now we're gonna get the dream match between AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And all while Cena pouts because he has no road to WrestleMania. He has nothing. It's not like he has The Undertaker waiting for him. Feel bad for him. Yeah, when Corey Graves said that really made me mad. And I don't blame Corey Graves. I blame Vince for trying to say that because this is what I said. Feel bad for the guy who's tied with Flair in records of championship wins. Screwed so many wrestlers that Hogan would be proud of that, and has been a mainstay for over 15 years. I should feel bad for him. I should feel bad. Even in story context, that is really stupid. No. I feel bad that Undertaker, well, yes, has done just as much and even bigger than Cena. His health is the main factor why I feel bad for Taker, because we're going to see him take more pain relief injections just to be turned into an accolade statistic for Cena's massive ego. That's what pisses me off. They're clearly doing that. It's been reported, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do it, because fuck Undertaker's health. We got to make Cena look like he's God to Vince. So, yeah, I'm still upset with that. Also, Shane McMahon looked at Sami and Owens after the match and just smugly dismissed them. And I was like, yeah, remember how we should hate Sami and Kevin, but clearly we should hate you? And I seriously hope Daniel Bryan does something about your ego because you really overstepped your boundaries. And really, the only person you could legitimately go after was Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens just accidentally super kicked him. Why screw him over? Well, you see, Shane McMahon says who doesn't believe he has a vendetta actually has a vendetta. If Shane doesn't turn heel on Tuesday night or during the build-up to WrestleMania, then I would have still lost hope more for SmackDown Live future. So, yeah, the six-pack challenge was way better than I had hoped. And, yeah, thank God Styles won. I was worried at some points that they were going to change plans like they have changed plans in the middle of the show before. So, it's going to be an interesting WrestleMania. We're finally going to get Styles versus Nakamura. However, there's a gigantic problem. They're not going to steal the show. Oh, no, wait, correction. They're going to steal the show. They're not going to close the show. What? Why? Well, you see, Vince, even though the Royal Rumble rules should say that the person who wins should close out the show, they should technically get the win and the right to close the show, but they're not. You see, in Vince's world, it goes to Roman Reigns. Roman and Lesnar is rumored to close out the show, not surprisingly. However, then a report came out. That match might not even close the show. Sadly, it's not Styles and Nakamura. No. It's going to be the part-time Kurt Angle the recently started and therefore has not been showcasing her and showcased none of her big abilities in the wrestling business, unless they let her go UFC style, Ronda Rousey versus part-timer Triple H and not even active in wrestling at all, Stephanie McMahon, besides the corporate stuff. So part-timers are going to close out the show, huh? You're really doing this. Styles and Nakamura is going to be the third main event, but it's not going to close the show. That's your perception of New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's the third best promotion. It's, to you, number 3. It gets a bronze in Vince's eyes. So, yeah, still calling bullshit on that. But I am at least glad we're getting Nakamura and Styles. I just hope Roman and Lesnar don't close out the show, but I don't hope part-timers galore close out the show. I want full-time guys to start closing out the show again, but clearly they're not going to do that until the last of the part-timers leave. And even then, that's going to be a little hard to swallow for some people. So we either wait for the XFL to launch successfully and Vince to be occupied with that and Triple H to take over like he's doing the Cruiserweights. And by the way, I have not watched the 205 Live shows because I've been busy with other stuff. So I have to start getting it back into that later. So, yeah. These were my thoughts on WWE Fastlane 2018. Rumor also says that this might be the last Fastlane. So those were my thoughts on WWE Fastlane, possibly the last one ever, and the end of the brand split pay-per-view exclusives. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. For review, like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more, and welcome everyone to the official Road to WrestleMania.